Hey, we're live. Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday or Thursday or any day of the week, depending on when you're watching this. So, thanks for tuning in. I'm super glad that you're here. Tonight, I'm going to design an IKEA kitchen. Now, on Monday morning, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go live out of the blue and design a kitchen. It's an IKEA kitchen, but I did it in my own design software, and it was a lot of fun. Some of you came on there, and it was really cool. I might do it again sometime, just something to do. I'm home alone here anyway, designing kitchens, so I thought, hey, I'll just go live, and just maybe someone will want to hang out with me. So that was awesome. Tonight, I'm actually just going to design the kitchen using the IKEA kitchen planner because, well, I thought it would be one, maybe interesting. Two, we can walk through and see how this thing operates because IKEA did update their planner. So it would be maybe a good opportunity to, if there's somebody out there looking to know how to use the planner, this might be a useful tool for them. So we're gonna try that. What in the world, Jackie, are you talking about? Why are you tuning into me when you're in Mexico? Go to the beach. What are you doing here? Wow, I'm a little jealous. Well, hi everyone. So glad you're here. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to this as I'm in the process of planning an IKEA kitchen. Awesome. Well, hopefully this will be somewhat helpful as we go through the kitchen plan. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to design a kitchen. It's actually a client's kitchen that I'm working on. And if you've seen Monday's live stream where I went live Monday in the day, it's the same kitchen, but I have some things that we can change from that kitchen, so which is a good thing. So without further ado, let's jump in, and hopefully along the way, I'll keep my eye on the chat feed. And this is gonna be painful. Good luck. Yeah, well, hopefully not too painful. Um, yeah, if I'll keep my eye on the chat feed. If any questions along the way, please say so in the chat, and we can try to get some answers or help anyone else who's watching. One of the things I try to do is provide at least a little bit of value to someone who's coming looking for an answer to a question. So if we can answer questions, all the better. And so that's the good part of this. So let me share my screen, and we'll jump into this. So once you log into the IKEA planner, you come to a screen that says Design from Scratch, and you come to this page here. So this would be the makeshift. This is what you start with every IKEA kitchen planner. So you have three things that are going on. I don't know, should I have this size or that size? I think this size is probably better. Okay, so you have this is what you're looking at with the IKEA kitchen planner. And side note, you can use the IKEA planner to design other types of kitchens as well, not just IKEA kitchens. I mean, but you're just limited to their sizes. But you could also use it as a tool to kind of give you a general idea of what your kitchen might look like. So keep that in mind. All right, so it's divided into these three basic sections, which is define your space, make it yours, and make it happen. So define your space is just that. We're going to define the room space. We can add walls, take out walls, add slope ceilings, whatnot. We can add different elements, and we'll go through all these openings and coverings. And then we have this little thing here. We can change the ceiling height. So we're going to do that in a minute. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at these room shapes, and you can change your room shapes to all kinds of different shapes. So depending on what you want, enclosed kitchens or an open kitchen. The kitchen that I'm actually going to do is this one here is actually the shape of the kitchen exactly. So we're going to go with that. But you can pick one of those, or if you want to play around with these ones, you can, and get into trouble that way. So we hit OK, and then it's going to say we're going to overwrite everything. Well, it's the first thing I'm doing, so there's nothing to overwrite, so that's fine. Okay, so we get on there, and this is the shape of our kitchen. First thing they want to do is get rid of your windows and doors and all that, because we're going to put our own windows and doors in. So anything in this planner, you just select it, hit remove. It's fairly easy to do. Anybody can do this. I encourage you to just, if you're interested in kitchen design at all, jump on their planner and just play around with it. And it's a good tool to learn how to just design kitchens, I guess. Once you get the hang of how to use their program. So we have our shape. Now we want to make all our walls the right length, and so I'm going to do that next, and I got them written down. So you can do that a couple different ways. You can drag the wall by selecting it like this, same this way. So you can kind of do that with any of these walls, or you can just select in here and fill in what the actual distance is. Mine is 162. And This wall is 153. Okay, and this wall is, well, what was this wall? 108. 108. And we're going to apply it to the left. Yeah. Okay, and then this wall is, oh, this wall here is, what's this wall? Oh, I'm sorry. This wall is 138. And we'll apply that to the left. There we have it. Oh, I'll get the hang of this in a minute. Let's change this wall. This is 24. This might be painful. Who knows? 162. There we go. And this is 108 right here. Okay. My gosh, what is wrong? Why don't they just stay the way they're supposed to be? Bam, we did it. Okay, so there. That takes a little fooling around to get it exactly the way you want it to go. But you punch in those numbers long enough, and you'll get them to be all correct. Maybe they want you to go from left to right or right to left. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know. I never use this, only for populating a list for clients. All right, so we have our kitchen. Now we just want to add in our windows and our doors. Now in this kitchen, there is a window and a door on this wall, and so we just go into our openings, and we pick windows, and it gives you a bunch of options here, and just a few different options. They don't give you too many. You don't need that many, because basically it's just a window. It's just for basically a placeholder. And so we're just going to put a resizable window in there like that. I want a double hung window. I want like a hung window. Wait, now what's this now? All right. I'm building a house and we'll be doing an IKEA kitchen. This design software is incredibly annoying. Yes, so far it is, but oh, sorry. It is a little bit annoying, to be honest with you, but hopefully this will make it less annoying if you just practice a little bit. So there's a window there. We're going to put that in there, and then there's a doorway, and it's just going to be a simple door. I like that. They just keep things simple. A simple door. What's the simple door size? It's 42. So you just go to select it, hit modify, and then you can modify the size of the door. And we'll do that. It's probably not 82 high. We'll make it 78. Okay. And there's our door. Now I'm going to change the ceiling height because this kitchen is 96 inches, and that changes that. And then I want to make this 6 inches from that wall. And you just select it and hit 6, and there, bang. And this window is, I'm going to modify that window. So you select it, hit modify. Stop me if you get confused. I'll try to answer your question. It's 38 3/8. And the height is minimum value. Oh, yeah. The height is 36. Oh, it wouldn't let me do 3/8. Okay. Let's do 38 then. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, and this window is right up against that wall. Okay, so we have our basic shape of our kitchen. There's also a pass-through and a doorway here, so we're going to add those in. And we will, oh yeah, you can change your flooring, your paint color, your walls, all that stuff. So you can play around with all those things. I'm not going to get into that right now. We're just going to design this kitchen, and we'll go from there. So we have some wall openings, and we'll add one. So it just puts it on that wall. You just click it and drag it over here. And it is 47 inches. So I'm going to modify it. And we will, let's see, what width is it? It's 47 wide. And it's 78. I think it's 36. Minimum value 70. Oh, it's a doorway. Okay. Doorway. The doorway's over here. There's actually a wall, like a window opening, which won't let me do that. So I'm just going to put a window because there just needs to be one. And we'll put it here. All right, cool. Modify that. And that's 47. Thank you very much. And 47. Okay, that's cool. It's 23. All right, that'll get us what we need. Okay, so now I have all my windows in place and my doors in place, and here we go. We're good to go. You guys talking about tennis over there? What's happening? Is it the Australian Open? Oh, who's that guy that I like? That Aussie tennis player. What's his name? I can't remember. I must not like him that much. Okay, so down here on the bottom, we have this 3D, 2D, and these footsteps things here. So 3D will give you just that 3D view of your kitchen, and you can just rotate it just like that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what our room looks like. Okay, love it. Now we're gonna start adding some cabinets. I'm gonna use the 3D option here and leave it this way because it's easier to envision, I guess. Corny saying, I find the IKEA planner a little stressful because it auto places fillers, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. It does auto place fillers, and that is annoying. We'll look at that right now. We're gonna put some fillers in as we go. So once you get your space defined and that's all good, then the next thing you want to do is go to make it yours. We're going to add cabinets, add all the things that make it a kitchen. Appliances, you can add some dining chairs, tables, and all that things like that. Kitchen extras, all of these things are IKEA items, so you can actually they'll add to your item list. Um, so if you put them in there and you actually don't want them, make sure you take them out because they'll put them in your item list and you'll see it in your total, which is over here, your kitchen total. So we're going to go to cabinets. The first thing I want to do is add my sink base. And so they just give you base cabinets, wall cabinets, and high cabinets. So it's fairly easy. I want a double bowl sink cabinet, and it's not an apron, and I don't have drawers under it. So I'm just going to go 2 full height doors. It's a 36 by 24 by 30, and it just places it on the floor plan for you. It comes equipped with a sink and countertop and handles, which I don't want, but I'm going to remove those later, and I'll show you how to do that. And so that you can get rid of all the countertop at once, and then I'll show you how to make some changes. So you can, Helen, you can talk about tennis all you want. It's no problem. I love tennis. I'm from the Pete Sampras era, and Andre Agassi, watching the guys battle it out. That was my day. So this kitchen is going to have a sink. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. Now, before in the other live stream I did, this window came down really low, but the client said it can be raised, which is good news. So we can make an L shape here, and then we can utilize this space over here for our double oven and our fridge the way we had it before. So we're going to do just that. I am going to put a corner base in this kitchen. Isn't that nice? So it's pretty easy to do. It's just for a corner right here. And then you have all your options there. We're going to do one of the Lazy Susan. So they only have a few options. They have a couple blind options, and you have your corner base, just like that. And I don't want it there, obviously. So I'm going to just move it and drag it, pops it into place. I'm going to move my, you got to select the thing. There you go. There we have our kitchen. It's all done. So now we have our sink, our corner base in place. Now, right now, the client's sink is underneath this opening, and we might have to move it back there just because it might not fit. We can't put the range on this wall. So they do not have shallow high cabinets anymore. No, they don't. But you can remedy that with wall cabinets and base cabinets. So you can still do that, even though they don't actually offer those. You can still make that happen. I can show you here how to. Okay, we're going to put a dishwasher in, and because I don't want to use IKEA's appliances, I'm going to use your own. But if you were selecting an IKEA option, you could pick one of these, and it would add it right to your price list and put it on your design. So for instance, you could pick a dishwasher from IKEA, pick this one here, and there you go. It's in there, prices it in there for you as well, and you're done. But I don't want to do that because that's not what I want. So I'm going to select it. I hit remove, and it goes. So I'm going to go back to appliances, hit use your own, and just a generic dishwasher. It's going to throw it on the floor plan. You stick it in place. It's pretty easy to use, this planner. It's not super difficult. So now it just has a dishwasher. The only downfall, I guess, of this is it doesn't put a countertop on top of it. So for the look, you may want to put one of theirs in the place of it so that everything kind of ties together. So let's do that. Let's just put one in there. Appliances and dishwasher. And let's do this pretty one here. Beauty. Okay. So now the countertop carries over. See how it did that? It didn't do it before. All right. We're going to leave it like that. Okay. And now we have to put in our range. So what I'm thinking about doing I'm thinking about putting the range here and not turning the corner. Maybe doing something on this wall. What do you think? Good idea? I'm going to try it anyway. So they have a range base, and we're going to put that in here for a cooktop. And we want one with the 2 drawers underneath, which is this one or this one? A 36. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to throw that into the mix. And then, oh, so if you want to measure what this distance is right here, it doesn't show you on the plan. And even if you go to the 2D, it doesn't show you any dimensions. So you go up to this little tape measure here. Can you see, everyone see that okay? Hit the tape measure, and it just gives you this little dot. So you can select 2 points. So you can select here and there. Oh my God. I know, I swear I can do this. You can select that, and that just tells you what that distance is. It's telling me it's 31, which means I could put a 30-inch drawer bank there. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go and put a 30-inch drawer bank. We can make changes later, but this is just to show you how this is all done. So we're going to go with drawers, base cabinet with drawers. So now it has doors and drawers, doors and drawers. I want just a 3-drawer bank, the one with the hidden drawer, which is, where's it at? Come on. I know you're there. Did I pass it? I must have. That's not it. Is that it? No, that's just a 3-drawer bank. Where's it at? It's a 2-drawer. 2-drawer. Wow. I think it's that one. Let's go to the 30-inch. Oh, you know what you can do? You just go to width, go to 30 inches, and then it just gives you them there. That's this one right here. Okay. And I'm going to rotate it. So if you want to rotate it, you just select it and hit that little rotate button. Bam! It just rotates it pretty simply. And that can't be 30 inches then. That can't be 30 inches. What is that? $27. Oh, okay. They don't have a 27, so we have to go with a 24. So we're getting rid of that. We'll go to the 24. So we go to base cabinets with drawer. We're going to select a 24-inch. This kind of makes things quicker for you. And then you just select the one you want. I want that one right there. So here's what I think Corny was saying, is that it puts in these fillers right here, but there's actually no filler there. Like there's nothing to select. So I'm trying to select it and I can't. So it does this visually. I don't think it adds a filler into the item list, but let's go check the item list just to be on the safe side to see whether or not it's in there. So yeah, so it gives you the item list and the breakdown, which is kind of good. And you can go through that to make sure there's something on there that shouldn't be. Like obviously I don't want their sink and faucet and all that kind of thing. So I'll take that off later. Here's your dishwasher. Not bad for a dishwasher, $749. That's a pretty good price, actually. Let's go down a little bit and find fillers. Toe kick, cover panels, knobs, countertops, no fillers. So it doesn't automatically add a filler. It just puts one in the drawing, which can be a bit of a nuisance. So what you want to do is go add one. So we're going to go down to base, and down here says filler pieces and cover panels. And you have only a few options. So you have cover panels, you have freestanding cover panels, freestanding corner base fillers, and freestanding fillers. So there's your filler. Beautiful filler. And we want to put it against the wall over here. So just drag it, bloop, pop it in place. Now you have a filler that you can select, just like that. Done. Now it's on your floor plan and it's on your item list. So if you just scroll down, bear with me. Oh, your name's Mark. Okay, that's cool. I'll call you Mark. And here it is right here. So it tells you here that there's a freestanding piece. There's a panel in there, and you'd cut that out of a panel. So it's on there. It's on the floor plan. Away you go. So it's you just got to remember to do it. I guess that might be the only annoying thing. And then we have space here. I think we have 30 inches there, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to put another drawer bank there, which we can change later on. So with drawers, and I'm going to go to the 30-inch. Doing it this way helps you from scrolling through everything, which can be kind of a nuisance. This one here has the little hidden drawer inside, which I think is rather cool. and it puts it on the floor plan, but I'm going to drag it over here. Okay, cool. So now we have our start of our layout. It's starting to look pretty good for us. And you can move this thing around to change the perspective angle, so you can kind of get a view like however you want it. So that looks pretty good. How are we doing? Any questions? I haven't been paying attention. Some of you are watching tennis. That's all good. And awesome. Thanks for being on, everybody. A little different of a live stream. Obviously, I'm designing a kitchen live, but I thought it would be interesting. Kind of interesting, and it kills two birds with one stone for me. Okay, so you have all this countertop here, butcher block, and I don't want any of that countertop, so I'm going to select this cabinet, hit modify, and I can make all these changes. So I can get rid of the handles or change them. I can change the countertop or get rid of it. I can do all kinds of things. I'm going to delete it. Bam, it's gone. Now, for the sake of the picture, it looks better with a countertop, so let's add a countertop. But I don't want to add that one. I want to add, what's this one here? Marbly white. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay, let's go with that. We can delete it later because it's going to affect our item list, but at least it gives us something pretty to look at. Okay, so now we have our basic kitchen. It's coming along quite nice. Let's stay with this wall. We'll add some wall cabinets. I'm going to go with 40-inch high wall cabinets. This is a 96-inch high ceiling, and this will bring it within 2 inches of the ceiling, which is a nice distance. You can fill that in with a little bit of filler, and you're good to go. So what do I do here? I'm going to put a 24 over this, a 24 over this, 36 over this, a 36 and a filler. So let's go with 36 first. 36 inches wide, 40 tall. Bammo, puts it right in place for me. Now there's going to need to be a filler there in a minute because it's not supposed to be right against the wall. But first I'm going to put this cabinet in here next. Now the question comes, do we want it to be the same height as this or 30-inch to give you a little more headroom? I'm a little bit of a fan of headroom because it just, I don't know, it's a little bit of headroom. So let's do that. Oh, what's it? I like being able to customize my appliances. Yeah, you can do that with the use your own appliances. You can make them any size you want. So that's pretty good. And hey, Matthew. Oh, no worries. The replay live. Glad you can make it any which way you can. So I appreciate it. Okay, let's go with a cabinet for the wall with doors. And we're going to go 36 wide. The reason it's 36 wide because it's going to match the sink base. And I'm going with a 30-inch high. And that's going to go over my sink base. Just like that. Now I'm going to go to my 2D like this. And we can see that they're not exactly lined up. So I'm going to select this cabinet and slide it over. So you can use the 2D or the 3D option, whatever floats your boat. And one of the things that IKEA does automatically, and you can tell here, it adds these little side panels, which I don't need on these cabinets. So I'll go back to the 3D for a second, and I'll zoom in on this cabinet. Oop. See this little side panel right here? It's hard to tell, but if you go on it, select it, modify, and go down to right cover panel, you can delete that, and it takes it off of there. You don't need to have that cover panel there unless you're going with a colored cabinet. So if that's the case, then you do need to have it because this side's exposed. So it's kind of up to you. If we're going to change the color of these cabinets, then we might want to have that. So let's change the color. Let's just select this cabinet, change the color, and I'll show you how to do that. You just go down to the door, style and color, and then just select something else. You guys want blue? I do. And it actually, do you want to apply to all, or do you want to apply to a section? We wanted to do it to everything. Bam, now we have a blue kitchen. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Now it makes sense that we have a panel on this. So yes, we're going to go down to right cover panel. You have to make sure you add these. We're going to add that panel, and we're going to apply just to this section. We don't want to apply it to everything. Now, what I'll do before I finish is I'll go through every cabinet and make sure that there's panels where there needs to be panels. So for instance, on this cabinet, there needs to be a panel, and there is one, but it's the wrong color. So we're just going to change it to that blue one, and we're just going to apply it to that section. Okay. Okay. Good, easy. Now let's just line this cabinet up. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now we have a space for a filler, and I'll do it right here on the 2D. I'll add the filler for the wall. So you go down to wall, filler pieces, and you can do freestanding filler piece for a wall cabinet. Select it, and where did it put it? It puts it over here, and you just click it and drag it, and it won't go into place. So it's not going into place. So what do I got to do? Zoom in. Let's try 3D, see if it'll go in 3D. If it doesn't go then, I'll get upset. I'll just get mad at it. Oh, there we go. All right, now we got to modify it. Make sure it's the right height, and it's not. It is 40 inches. Like that. Okay. And come on, get in place. It's not going in place. Why won't it go in place? What's going on? Anyone know? Anyone help me? Okay, let's just go back here. All right, we're going to select it. I'm going to move this cabinet out of the way. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to make it 2 inches because that's the difference between 36 and 38. So it's going to be the right size. And then I can take this cabinet and put it back in place. And away we go. I'm going to make sure there's no panel on the left. There isn't, just on the right. Okay, cool. We're good. So now we have these two cabinets in place. It's the wrong height. So you just select it and hit the up and down little arrow, and you can just pull it down or up to get it in the right spot. We're good. Okay, next thing I want to do is put in a 24 above there. So we go to cabinets, wall cabinets with door, and select a 24 wide. And you can do a 2-door or a single door. I'm going to do a 2-door, 40-inch high, puts it in place, already adds the panel. And then I'm going to leave this space open, and I'm going to go to appliances, and we're going to put in an extractor hood. And do we have one that I like? No, wait, no. Let's see. They get good hoods. Where's the hoods? Extractor hood freestanding. Here we go. This one's pretty. Okay, we got that. And then there's room enough here for a 30-inch cabinet, so we're going to go to a cabinet. And I see your question, Matthew. I'm going to answer it in a second. Width is 24, right? Yeah, 24. And you can even choose the height, 40. It just gives you a couple options there. I'm going to go with the 2-door for that as well. I don't want it over there, though. So you just click it and drag it. Bam. Oh, I can't do that because there's that window. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's delete it. Might have to leave it like that for now. Okay, that's not, I don't like that at all. But anyway, we're going to leave it for now. I forgot that window was there. All right, that's fine. Let's go over to here. Let's look at Matthew's. There's no way there's no way I'm choosing an OTR. Will the IKEA designer notify you if there's clearance issues, such as a wall oven next to a built-in side-by-side? Would fridge door hit the oven bar when opening the fridge? Yeah, I would say they'd probably notify you. I don't know. I've never dealt with an IKEA planner. But the planner, oh, you saying the planner? Oh, yeah. Well, the designer might notify you, or they might not. I'm not sure. But the planner will give you some issues if there's a clearance. Please, 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 an OTR. No, there's no possible way that's happening. Can you imagine? I'm going to change the toe kick too. You just go to modify, and then you can go down to legs and toe kick, and you can select the style. We want to do that matte blue, and changes it. So there, that's how you do that. So our design's coming together quite nicely, and we're going to go over to this wall here, and we're going to add our fridge and our wall oven. So we're going to put our wall oven in first, which is a high cabinet, and it is a double oven. So for oven, And let's see what they have here. What do they have to offer? Oh, they don't have very much to offer, do they? Let's go back to high cabinets. We have, oh, oven and microwave. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to choose one of these because we can take out that middle section. 30-inch, we want to go 90. 30-inch, 90. What's this one? I'm going to choose that one. And I'm going to put it over. Oop, whoa, hello. We choose it. We're going to put it against the wall. Now, we would want a filler there. Okay, so that's that unit. It looks pretty good. And then we want to put in our refrigerator. And where is that at? Fridge freezer. And I believe I have. We'll go with this one. That's pretty nice looking. Beauty. Just slide that into place. Oop. All right. So you can see it's just click and drag, and you just find the things you want. This wall kind of gets in the way when you're doing that, but there you can have a look at that. You can move this around. So we have our kitchen, and of course we have a doorway over here, and so we don't want to infringe upon our doorway. So we're going to move this back here a little bit. So we want to keep this a little bit open. So what I'm going to do is add a fridge panel, a fridge cabinet, and then an 18-inch door bank, and then that'll kind of finish off this wall to be what we want it. So to add a fridge panel, you go to high cabinets, you go to filler pieces and cover panels, and you go to freestanding filler piece to the ceiling. I think that's the one. No, that's not the one. You go to freestanding cover panel. There we go. We'll delete this one. We'll get rid of that one. Okay. So we have this cover panel. It's not the right color. We'll change it in a minute. Select it, drag it next to the fridge, and then we hit modify. We're going to change its height to 94 because that's the finishing height of the cabinet with the legs on it. And then we're going to change the style and color to the blue. Now we just need a cabinet for above, and it's a 36-inch cabinet, so we're going to go with 36-inch 36-inch fridge. We'll go with the 36-inch cabinet. Now the question is, do you need more room than that? Well, you might, depending on what the fridge spec says. So always go to the refrigerator and manufacturer and find out what they recommend. Maybe you need a 37-inch space. If that's the case and you're using IKEA, just use some filler pieces or applied end panels to allow you to give a little bit of clearance. I believe the panels are 5/8 of an inch, so the two of those would give you more than enough room if you needed that kind of clearance. But always check with the manufacturer to make sure that my camera's been gone for like ever, to make sure that it's correct. And do we want to have? Let's see. We have a vertical lift. Let's go with 36. No, we don't want a vertical lift. We want 24 and we want 20 high. That's the one we want. It just throws it on the plan kind of randomly. So we're going to move it up first, and then we'll slide it into place. Just like that, you have a fridge cabinet. Away you go. Beauty. And we're going to put a little cabinet right next to it. It's just a drawer bank, a base cabinet with drawers. Well, that's with doors. Base cabinet with drawers. Width is 18. And let's do a 4. Well, let's do this puppy here. It's like 18 drawers or something like that. Something crazy. All right. There we go. Okay, and we're going to put a cabinet above that. Again, it's going to be a wall with door. And we want it to be 18. So you select that. Select the height to be 40. It only gives you one option, simple, and you just throw it in there. It does everything else for you. So it's pretty easy to navigate once you get a little bit of the hang of it. There you go. We have pretty much our kitchen. I don't know if this is how we're going to keep it. I don't like this section over here. It looks horrible, but that's here nor there right now. We can change that later. Might be better without any wall cabinets, and to tell you the truth, on that wall, but I'm not sure. Now we could, in this little spot right here, build a little shallow depth pantry unit using wall cabinets, and I'll show you how to do that just for fun. But that's, there you go. Basically your cabinetry. Now, if you want to add some molding to the top of this, let's say we're going to keep this section the way it is. So you just select one of those cabinets, hit modify, and it'll ask you to add molding. You can add a deco strip, or a cornice. So cornice is a crown molding, and a deco strip is a light valance molding if you're going to put lights on this. So I'm going to add a cornice, and I'm just going to add this. I'm going to add this one here. They call it a deco strip, but I'm in cornice, right? Yeah, they all say the same thing. Let me just go through. Okay, well, that's weird, but we're going to pick this one here. Apply to all, and it just puts that on the top. So put this little, you can see it here in this side view here. See, it puts this on top, this molding. So you would make that 2 inches when you go to do it. I think if I select it, oh, it won't let me select it. Okay. So we have our molding on there, and that's really important when it comes to pricing, that you have that on there, and it's all the way around everywhere. So looking pretty good. I love it. Don't you love it? Now, what do we want to do? We want to put some shallow depth cabinets. You can see the price is getting pretty good with all our appliances and our cabinets so far, and our countertop is $15,000. Pretty good price, in my opinion. I want to do shallow depth pantry unit, but they don't have those, so I want to make one. And so I'm going to use wall cabinets, and I'm going to use maybe some base cabinets. Do they have shallow base cabinets anymore? I don't think they do. They're all 24. Let's see depth. No, they do have 15s. Okay. So we can go to a 15-inch deep. We'll use that for the base, and then we'll put cabinets on top of it to create the look that we want to have. And they have 30-inch. So let's do that. 30-inch. Bam. So this is 15-inch deep. We're going to put it over here. This isn't probably something we'll keep, but in any event, it shows you how you can modify this cabinet. We're going to take off the countertop of this since we don't need it. So we're just going to go to this cabinet and delete the countertop. And there, that's gone. And now we're going to use some wall cabinets to fill in the rest of the space. So this is a 30-inch high cabinet, and then we're going to use another 30 and another 30, and that's going to take us up to 90. And then with the toe kick height, it will bring us to the same height as everything else in this kitchen. So yeah, I can switch the sink and the cooktop. That makes a lot of sense. Let's just first do this. I think the sink's actually under that little pass-through. We might turn this into an L shape. I don't know, but there's lots of options. Oh, not modify. We're going to go to cabinets. We're going to go to walls with doors, and we're just going to add a 30-inch high, a 30-inch wide cabinet. It's only going to give us one. I'm going to take that. We're going to drop it right down to here, and then we're going to take another one of those, and we're going to move that over to this wall on top. And why? Let's see here. Yeah, so that's basically how you do that. This would actually come down a little further. There we go. There. And they're not all equally lined up. So let's go to 2D. Oh, no, they're looking pretty good. Okay. So that's basically how you would do that. Of course, you want to maybe... just messed it up. If you mess it up, just go to the one above it and raise it up a little bit, and then go to the one underneath it and slide it back in. It can be a little finicky when you're doing this because it doesn't really want you to do that. So you might have to move this one out of the way and then play with this one a little bit, get it sitting on there correctly, up and down. There we go. And then you can just move this one back in place and then just modify it up and down. There, so that's how you can create a shallow depth pantry without having a shallow depth pantry. Just use some wall cabinets. Very simple to do. You can do this with any type of RTA cabinet. In fact, you could use all wall cabinets if you wanted to. Just build a little base on the bottom so that thing can sit on there so you can give it the height that you need. But it's an easy way to just incorporate some shallow storage if you need it. And oftentimes it comes in really handy. So this is our basic kitchen. Again, I'll probably make a ton of changes. This isn't probably what we're going to stay with. We might take this sink, put it back underneath here, underneath that pass-through. And we could switch these things around. There's lots of options here. But that's basically how you use this kitchen planner. Now, one of the things you might want to do, if you don't want to go with IKEA's lighting, then you can select the cabinet. And you got to remove all the lighting. And so you just go down to the modify, and it gives you a little option here to countertop light. So you can delete that if you want. It takes it off the planner. So IKEA automatically adds all these things in, and because obviously they want to sell you all these things. So be careful that you make sure you take out the things that you don't want, and then you'll notice your price go up and down drastically. So, I have IKEA appliances in this, and I have all that other stuff. So we're going to take all that stuff out in a minute. We'll see just the bare bones what it looks like. But that's basically, you can go in here, you can add lights, you can add countertop light, you can add push openers if you want. So if you don't want handles, you can just add those push openers. Does everything for you. The frame here, there's only one option in the US. In Canada, there's two options actually. If you're in Canada, on the Canadian one, you have there's a brown color box, and you have a white color box. In the US, they just have the white. You can add your molding, you can change your handles. Let's do that. Let's modify our handles and change those. Let's do knobs, eh? I love the knobs on the cabinets. Let's do these wide brass ones, just because. Bam! There you go. I'm not a fan of wide ones, as you know, but why not? Let's do something fun. So here our kitchen's coming together. I don't like our flooring, but we can change that later. And not too bad for a kitchen. You can play around. It's very easy to play around with. And like I said, you just want to make sure that you have all the panels on that you need for any exposed ends, and take off the panels that you don't need for ends that don't need to have them. For instance, this cabinet here, we're going to double check to make sure it doesn't have any panels, and it looks like it doesn't. So that's good. Always good to check, because you don't want to pay for extra panels that you don't need, right? I'll check this one too, because I've had it happen where there's panels that I didn't need. Nope, none on there as well. You can add the inner drawer light, which I think is a really cool function. You can, add a wall edge strip. That's your suspension rail, so that's what mounts it to the wall. You can actually delete that, which is fine. If you don't want those, you don't have to have them. Your inner drawer. Oh, here's the inner drawer front. So you have that on there. That's that hidden drawer. So all kinds of these little options that you can choose. And I suggest you just play around with it and kind of have fun. Now you can open the doors and the drawers by hitting open. So sometimes that's good to do if you want to just check, to see how these things are going to look, how they're going to operate. We can zoom right to that cabinet. Bam, just like that. We can duplicate it and position display. Oh, yeah, okay. What's that do? Oh, it tells you the measurements. Okay, there you go. That looks good. So that gives you some measurements when you hit position. Whoa, what happened there? So this tells you the height from the countertop, the height to the ceiling, and all the distances. So that's pretty useful. Awesome. All right, cool. We don't want that anymore. All right. So there you have it. The IKEA kitchen planner, very easy to use. Now, if you start adding fancy things like, let's see, let's add some kitchen extras. Let's see, what are these? Trolleys. No results found. Oh, that's helpful. Solitary kitchen islands. No results found. IKEA, what are you doing? Wall shelves. No results found. And step stools. No results found. Kungsford series. No results found. So I guess you can't add any extras in the kitchen planner. So don't. Let's try dining. Let's do stools. Oh, you can add a stool. Awesome. I'm going to put that stool over there by the window. So, you can kind of play around with this to get it kind of looking how you want. Hey, you don't like the floor? All right, fine. We'll change the flooring. Let's go with a different color hardwood. What do you think would look nice? Something light, maybe. Let's try this one. How's that look? Did it change it? Oh, there you go. Bam. No, not a fan. Let's change it again. Let's do tile. Ooh. What do we have here? I'm doing it. There we go. I love it. I'm going to keep that tile. Very easy to manipulate all these things. So I suggest you just play around with it. You can use this as a tool, like I said, to design your kitchen. Even if you're not using IKEA, you can just get on here and kind of create some designs to give you an idea of what you might want to do in your own home. Um, you don't have to go with IKEA or not. You can just use them as an idea. Just remember that their cabinets are deeper than the tile is gross. No, it's not, Jackie. It's not gross. OTRs are gross. This tile has a Mexico flair to it there. Double bowl sink in a kitchen. Yeah, Mark Tobin kitchen design. I hear you loud and clear there, bud. So let's change that. I'll change the floor too, Jackie, so that you you're more pleased. Let's go with oh, look at these. 22, no. Come on. There we go. Oh, 28, no. Any bigger ones than that? There we go. There, Matthew, you happy? Single bowl sink. Jackie's not a fan of that floor. I don't blame her. Oh, backsplash options. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's go to coverings. Let's go back to hardwood. And let's go with something like, let's see what this one rusticy looking one looks like. I'm going to stick with that one. I like it. That looks good to me. Okay, now we're asking about the coverings, wall, tile, white subway, you said? Apply to all. All right. Did it do it? What's happening? Why isn't it doing it? Let's try this one. I don't know. Didn't seem to work. What am I doing wrong? Anyone know? They only have a few different options for tiles. That doesn't seem to be working. I'm probably doing something wrong because let's do wall planks. Select a wall. Oh, that worked. Look, there's wall planks on there. Oh, that looks kind of cool. It's like modern yet farmhousey. I think it's hard to see because it's white. But anyway, that's it. That's how you do that. Cool. We got our steps to it. We got everything. We got everything looking pretty good. What's happening here with this cabinet? Go probably. Oh, continue. Oh, I'm liking this. There we go. All right, that looks decent. Anyway, so this is our kitchen. How do you like them apples? Do you like apples? This is probably the wrong color. I don't have the right color appliances in there, but I like this a lot. I think for IKEA kitchens, I'll probably use this more and more. Any hood options? There are hood options. Go to appliances, go to extractor hoods. And you can go through all these different options here. Let's change it. Let's change it to that one. Yeah, of course it puts it over there, but I don't want that one anyway. We have to remember this is a 36-inch, so it has to fit. So appliances, freestanding. This one looks pretty massive, doesn't it? Let's get rid of this one. And we will put in an appliance. Extractor hood. Let's put in this big fella here. Oh, that looks horrible. Anyway, so that's how you change it. And oh, hey, if you want to do an OTR, micro hood. Here you go. Look, here's your OTRs. I can't put an OTR in this one because it's a 36-inch wide unit that they're putting in. And because of that, you want to have a wide extractor. And normally, hey, Michael, what's going on? Good to see you on here. Have you considered integrating the dishwasher? Have I? Well, let's have a look. Let's see what IKEA can do for us. Yeah, OTR crashes the program. It's not 36 inches, so I don't want to put a 30-inch in there because it's not the right size. So no to the OTR. It will never happen. Kitchen Cider's here with us. Awesome. It's late. You're up late. It's late where you are, unless you're in Mexico with Jackie. Dishwashers, I guess. Do they have? Oh yeah, there they go. Integrated panels. Yeah, let's do that. Thanks, Michael. That's a great idea. Let's just get rid of that. And let's put in those integrated ones. Oops, not a microwave. Come on, Mark. Dishwasher. Here we go. And what kind do we want? We can make it look like drawers. Let's do it. There we go. That looks awesome. Thanks for that. I feel like 10 years from now, people are going to look at our giant hoods and statement hoods and think, why did they put so much focus on it? Yeah, it's kind of like now we look at OTRs and we're like, what were we thinking? Why did we ever do that? And now in 10 years, we'll be looking at our big, beautiful range hoods and be like, what are we thinking? Why did we ever do that? And then someone will be like, hey, you know what? We should put in an OTR. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I want to have you on the live stream. Are you like available right now to jump on? I'll send you a link. You can come and say hi. So this this would be very cool. And the great thing is it prices it all there for you. $18,000 for a kitchen like this is pretty decent. So let's start stripping down this kitchen to just get a cabinet price so you can see what you'd be paying when you're going with IKEA. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of the countertop and all the other things we're not using. So just say you're just going to IKEA and you just want to buy cabinetry, not countertop, not hardware, not appliances, sinks, anything like that. We're just going to go with the basics. So we select it, hit modify, of course, and then good point, Jackie, that without labor costs. And then we can to do this. So we would go to handles. We're going to delete handles. Now you have to do this for all of the cabinets, but for countertop you don't. You can just select delete and it deletes everything. Okay, so we go to each one and hit modify and hit delete and go to this one, modify and delete. So sorry. Oh, and we're going to get rid of the sink as well and the faucets. We'll get rid of the handles. There doesn't seem to be a way to delete all of the handles from what I can tell. I don't think you can. Because this changes all of them. But yeah, it doesn't let you delete all of them, it seems. So that's the only painstaking thing I think you have to do. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm doing this right either. So, oops, there you go. And you can see a little better. Just go through because I want to give you an idea. So that was $18,000. We're going to strip it away just a cabinet so you can see what this is going to cost without those. So we're going to modify. Oh, we're going to go to delete. I want to go back to this dishwasher because we're actually not getting a dishwasher. So I actually have to delete that. So we would need panels for that, which it wouldn't let us do. Want to replace it with another product? Yes, I do. But customize product. Modify. Oh, wow. Look at all this. What is this? Oh, this is neat. I don't know what's going on here. Cancel. Okay. So what I'm going to do for now is delete that dishwasher altogether. Because it's I'm going to delete the cooktop. And I'm going to delete the ladder. Sorry, ladder, but your time has come. Can I even delete you? Can I even select you? There you go. Delete. Modify. Oh, whoops. I did the wrong thing. There we go. I don't want to do that. I just wanted to delete the handles. I did that. Okay. Okay. Let's go and delete the, oh, I don't want to turn it. Delete the handles off of these, and we'll delete the light. Where's the light at? Maybe I already did the light. Oh, I know. There we go. Wrong cabinet. Okay, we delete those. We'll delete the light. Oh, right cover panel. Yeah, we needed that. Perfect. Okay. We're all tracking. Delete. Because IKEA has a pretty good pricing, so it's good to see what it is stripped down to see exactly what you're paying for without all the extras that they put on it. So it takes just a few minutes, but once you do, then you have a good idea. You can always add everything back in, of course. And there's no countertop light. I took the light off of this one too, right? Yes. Okay, now these all would have lights on them. We're going to delete. So we're going to delete the handles and we're going to delete the light. And Michael, the offer stands. If you want to jump on here, just let me know. I'd love to have you join me. I realize it's probably late where you're at. And we'll modify that. And then, oh, that's a base cabinet. Okay, and go over here. We'll do the same thing. I'm going to delete the fridge. And I'm going to see if I can delete those. I can delete that and the handle. Wow. Okay, good, good. In the old planner, there was a way to do all of this with one touch of a button, and you can do it with countertop. Doesn't seem, and you can do it to add and make changes, but when you're trying to delete things, it doesn't seem to want to delete everything all at one time. We can hit modify. So you can change the orientation. That's what modify does. Style and color just lets you change the style and color, and then you can just delete it, but it won't let you delete everything. So if someone out there knows a way that you can do that, can you do a walk-in pantry with this program? Yeah, you can. I don't see why you couldn't. Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with their sizes, so as long as it's within the realm of what they offer, it's no big deal. I don't see why you couldn't do it. Okay, so there you have it. All of those things are deleted. So now, oh, we'll get rid of this disgusting looking thing. All right. So this is our breakdown here. We have no countertops, we have no appliances. We just have the cabinets with the, they have the Lazy Susan that comes standard, and we have our pullouts and whatnot. And so we can see our price is $7,000. So we went from 18,000 to $7,800, basically stripped down. So that's a really good price for a kitchen. This is a fairly large kitchen. It has all these, this, I left that in there with those things on that. And, so it's fairly big kitchen. So not a bad price. And then you can, of course, go into your layout, oops, what happened? You can go into this and it gives you the item list. So it breaks down the SKU, all the SKUs you need and all that kind of thing, and the price that you're paying for everything. So you can see it all. It's pretty easy to use in my opinion. And then you can just hit continue, and it'll allow you to just actually place the order, which is very beneficial. So I'm not going to do that here, but there you go. You hit save, and I got to sign into my account, of course. Come on. There we go. All saved. Are we saved yet? Almost. There we go. All right. So there you go. $78.59 for this kitchen in this blue. Oops, wrong. There we go. In this blue color. And you can, let's see if changing the color changes the price. Let's see what the difference between white and blue. So here you can go and change it to the Axted door in the matte white. And you can select apply to all. It just changes all of them, but it doesn't change the side panels. So you have to do that separately. So you just go into the cabinet and hit style and color and change the panels. We want matte white, apply to all, and it changes all those. And then you got to go to the toe kick, do the same thing. So a little bit of like, trying to like do things can be a little annoying, but really not that big a deal. change the cornice to white. So now we have a white kitchen, and it's still 78 and not really any different. So not bad. $1,700. There you go. Pretty cool. Let's jump over to the questions here. So I hope that was half usable for you if you're watching. You're wondering how to use this thing. That that's how you use it. It's pretty simple. Takes a little trial and error, but you can design a kitchen fairly easily and use it to help you. Oh, it came to 76. So there you go. Okay. Do you know the pricing for an IKEA certified installer? Do they have people on staff? Yeah, they have their own installation crews, and they just give you a price on that. I don't know what the charge would be off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's fairly pricey. When I was designing and selling kitchens, physical kitchens, installation was pretty expensive, but you do want it to be done right. So I usually err on the side of saying you should have somebody install it, um, because it's always a good thing. It's done right. It's covered under their guarantees and whatnot. So can you save the design and send to another user? And then finally, I could, yeah, I can send it to anybody. Um, take first stab at design, then hire you to finalize. Oh yeah, you can actually do that. You could. I have clients send me their designs all the time and hire me as a consultant to make some changes, and we do that live, actually, right on just what I just did, but just one on one. So yeah, I did that last week. So it's pretty easy to do. Um, so that's cool. I am going to try to redo my pantry. Never consider IKEA cabinets. Yeah, Bree, you should definitely give it a shot. As long as you have the room size and just put the cabinets in, even if you're not using IKEA, like I said, at least it'll give you some ideas on what you can do in the space, and then maybe use IKEA, maybe not, depends what you want to do. Does that price the flooring? You know what? It does not price the flooring. The flooring is only there as a placeholder. Isn't that interesting? There's the flooring. Here, let me share my screen again. Let's have a look. It doesn't price the flooring. It does give you the square footage so that you can see that. So there's the square footage of what you'd need approximately for flooring. Now let's go to the floor coverings. Jackie's right. I don't know which one it is. All the videos are good, Jackie. Yeah, probably. I don't know for sure. I wonder. That's a good question. I don't know their pricing. So if we go to floor coverings and we go to coverings and we go to hardwood and we go to, let's say, this floor, we can hit the little information button. Hardwood covering. It gives you the item number. So I'm thinking what you can do is, let me fix my camera. Sorry. I think what you could do is go onto their website, put in the article number, and it'll give you the pricing for that. And then you can just use the square footage on the floor plan. But yeah, it doesn't price it in there. Interesting. That's a good pickup. I never thought about that. And whether or not you want it to or not, I guess, is another question. I guess you could just toggle it on or off in the pricing like I did everything else, but it doesn't seem like you can do that. We can go to make it happen, and it gives us our floor plans, our elevation views. We can select those. Let's show image. There we go. Bam. These are very good for installation purposes, and so that's really cool. And it gives us our floor plan with all our measurements, all our detailed measurements. So that's awesome. And yeah, all our elevation views. So these 2D views are called elevation views. And then we have 3 recommendations and 2 warnings. And where are those? Where are they at? Necessary design elements for review. Oh yeah? Well, you want to tell me what they are? I don't know. Oh, here it goes. Oh, it tells you right here. Oh, neat. Okay. Oh, it even gives you design tips. They don't come assembled, Sanjiv. No, yeah, no, it's flat packed. Yeah, it they take lots of boxes and lots of time and probably lots of frustration putting these things together, but they're not pre-assembled. Um, so here we go. We got some. Oh, the price changed. Yeah. Let's see. Item placement. Please position items to make sure they do not collide with others. Okay, show in 3D. Okay. Oh, it shows you the one. Okay. I don't know what the problem is, but interesting. All right, cool. So this is pretty helpful if you're wondering. Please position the items to make sure they are attached to a wall. Oh, okay. That's not just back far enough. So, okay, obviously. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And design tips, tool tool tips. Customize your kitchen, add a cabinet. Oh, okay, so it gives you some tips, help center. Well, that's helpful. Anyway, we can hit continue, and again, we can go to print. We can share here. It's pretty easy, and we can hit proceed. If we hit proceed, I'll do it. You can save the design. I hope I don't. I hope I don't accidentally order this thing. Get your design validated before purchase. Send for review. Add to shopping bag. So you can do that right there. We can send it to the store. They can review it. You can book an appointment. You can add to your shopping bag and just purchase the thing. I don't want to do that because that would be $7,500 I didn't need to spend. All right. Yeah. So you can look at these warnings, which is kind of cool. I like the fact that you can do that. Make it yours. So overall, this little question mark just brings those out. There's your design tips with your warnings. I just have something probably out of place. That cabinet, yeah. So overall, what's this do? Oh, it gives a little. Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyway, let's get out of here. That's how you design an IKEA kitchen. Not well, but that's how you would do it. And when I'm designing kitchens, normally I just use my design software because one, I know how to use it and I'm pretty fast at it. So it actually takes me less time probably than to do it this way. Though because IKEA has a lot of different sizes, you end up having to change a lot of things, so that can be kind of a nuisance. So doing it this way with an IKEA kitchen is pretty helpful overall. So if you're thinking about an IKEA kitchen, I guess there's still some supply chain issues maybe that are you have to deal with. Um, that's probably place to place, and you know state to state or province to province or store to store. I'm not sure. I know where I'm living in. The one closest to me is kind of has some supply chain issues. Who knows if that'll ever change? I have no idea. It seems like that's just an issue. Appliances are another thing that seem to be hard to get these days. Everything takes such a long time. But regardless, you know, you can design your kitchen this way. So, all right, Jackie, have a great one. Go, 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 and have a great time. Let us know. Let us know when you get back. Hope you're on the beach. Hope you get to the beach. Oh, I don't know what you're doing there, but hope you're at the beach. All right, everyone. Listen, I'm going to take off. It's been fun, and and that's cool. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, so something interesting, a little different than what I normally do. Like I said, on Monday, I just went out live and just did this sort of thing on my design program. Hey, Darlene, thanks so much. But I wanted to do this on the IKEA kitchen planner because it's a little different experience, and I can show you how to do it as well. So hopefully, if you're looking to design your kitchen using IKEA, jump on their planner and play around with it. And it's pretty intuitive. It's pretty easy to use once you get the hang of it. At least it'll get you started, and then you can go to the store and they can help you. Of course, you can always grab my online design solution. I have an IKEA solution where I'll design it for you and do this, populate the item list, and send it through to you. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Otherwise, have a super awesome week. This Saturday's video is about countertop mistakes that you definitely want to avoid. So I got 10 mistakes when it comes to basically selecting countertop that you want to watch out for. So check that out on Saturday, hopefully. And of course, leave a comment on this or any video. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Have an awesome week. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope this was valuable. We'll see you again next Wednesday for more kitchen related content. Have an awesome week.